Hey guys, it's Kelsey and back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is another companion page for a page I did earlier in the month, and I forgot they went together until I actually started scrapping this. But the page I did earlier in the month of me and Marcus at the pool, this was the same day. So this is me hanging out in the backyard at my mom's house. We're kind of just bird watching with a beer by the lake, and it was just very nice and peaceful. While Marcus was doing manual labor. So he was pressure washing for them while I was hanging out with my mom, and then we went to the pool afterwards. I'm getting towards the end of my supplies. I only have one more 12 by 12 after this one, but I'm still hoping I can squeeze out another layout other than that one with scraps. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really trying to figure out, now that we're getting down towards the end of the month, what pages I can pile everything on. So this layout, I'm doing this yellow and pink color scheme. I think it's kind of nice because it'll be next to that pool layout that's blue and yellow, and they're both going to use this yellow and white diagonal stripe, so I think that will be very complimentary. But I kind of just pulled all of the yellow and pink scraps I've accumulated. I still have this pink 12 by 12 dash grid, which I love. And I just kind of staggered my scraps by size in a way I felt was appealing. So I have this 4 by 4 photo. I just matted it in some white, and that's going to be matted onto this scrap of freckled fawn paper. That's the white with yellow dash diagonal lines on it. And then that will be layered over a scrap of the pink floral from Freckled Fawn, which will be layered on that scrap of the yellow diagonal from Felicity Jane. And then I have that kind of geometric yellow diamond pattern from Freckled Fawn that I have a scrap of that I'm going to create more of a vertical layer behind everything else. I already used a couple scraps of the solid in the pink and yellow to create that vertical band that everything's kind of going to be anchored on. So now I'm just trying to figure out the rest of the scraps and how I can use them, because I want them all used up on this page. This is my page where I'm really trying to get all the pink and yellow things used up. So kind of do it as much as I can. But I'm just piecing together all of these layers, and then I'll get it glued down. I'm not going to gut anything on this layout because we're getting towards the end of the month. I want these things used up. So I do my best to just get it on there. This part came together pretty quickly because when I have scraps, I kind of just lay them out how I find appealing and stick them down. So this part didn't take too long getting all these paper layers down, but I did want to figure out what I wanted to do for embellishment. So there's several pink die cuts in the Emily pack that I have to use, but I definitely wanted to figure out how I can get in pops of yellow, and I really wanted to use this scrap of the journaling card from that other page. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that tucked around that corner. And that pink next to all the other pinks is reading kind of peachy, and it's the only thing that's kind of that peachy pink color on this layout. So I do want to kind of pull in some other elements that are in that peachy tone. And convenient enough, a couple of the chipboard pieces from Freckled Fawn match that peachy pink very well. So I'm going to use those in my embellishment to tie that kind of peachy color in, so it'll look like it belongs and it's not the only thing on the page that's that color. So that's the plan. Now that all the scraps are together, I'm trying to glue down this mess and then I get to start working with embellishment. I realized once I flipped it over and glued everything down, though, several of these layers were like crooked, so I do try to fix that a little bit. And then here I am again with this corner scrap of that journaling card up there. So you can kind of see how that color doesn't really match everything else, but these two chipboard pieces I think help it belong. And I'm really glad I got those used up from the Freckled Fawn. I was really hoping I could get a good chunk of that chipboard used, so that makes me happy. And then I was also looking at some more of the aspen fringe I pulled in to use this month, and this pink I think goes really well. It's a kind of that darker pink that's in the Freckled Fawn floral, so it still has a decent contrast with the background, and I love having that fringy scalloped detail over the yellow. So that's really cute. I'm going to cut it and kind of stretch it across either side of the photo so it looks like a really long piece of fringe. And then that will be the base for one little cluster here with the Here and Now chipboard piece. And then I'm going to have that little delightful semicircle on the opposite side of the photo to create kind of a mini cluster there. And then just for funsies, because I have some more pink chipboard I need to use, I'm trying to create a little mini cluster in the upper right hand corner. So there's a little bit of interest up there too. So I did layer a yellow and pink label from the Freckled Fawn sticker sheet I brought in for this month. And I'm popping that little pink tassel up on some foam just to have a little detail up there, which I think is really cute. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to use that tassel this month, but I think that's a cute little embellishment to have up there. So I'm just layering these label pieces. I'm going to get the tassel stuck on top, and then the overhang of those layers I will cut and use somewhere else on the page so I can still get that layered label look somewhere else. And since it's in the upper right hand corner, when I save this, I kind of put it in the opposite corner next to the photo, just so there's a little bit of interest there. But I'm really happy with this. I'm going to go ahead and get the chipboard down. There is a little mini pink label in the die cuts that I layer behind that, which I really like. And then I would need something else to go up by this delightful chipboard because it's the only thing that's up there. So I'm thinking maybe the title will run up there, but I also want to get some more, and I don't even do this, well, I guess I'll wait to go over that because it happens at the end, but I do want to get this title done first. I have some Freckled Fawn yellow flat alphas, so I thought that was perfect to get some more Freckled Fawn alphabets used up. So I'm just spelling out summer. I wanted a pop of yellow because that pink floral was just kind of very open. So I think adding the yellow pop of yellow helps break it up a little bit. It's kind of hard to read this title from this top down view, but in person that's very legible and very clear, and I like that extra pop of yellow that adds. So hopefully in the close-ups you can see. But after this, I do add some of the pink word stickers to the larger cluster on the right. And then I don't do it on camera, but I kind of realized at the end, after I stopped recording, I was like, oh, like I have some yellow puffy. It was just looking too flat. And I was like, I have some yellow puffy hearts from Freckled Fawn that would look really cute on this page. So I do go back and add a puffy hearts to each of my three like main little cluster areas, which I think was the perfect finishing touch to round it out. But you'll see that in the close-ups. I didn't realize that until after I'd stopped the camera that it needed another dimension and another pop of yellow in a couple spots. But for my splash element for this month for the How to Kill a Kit with Style theme, I am going in with my pink Heidi Swapp Color Shine and just creating some splatter on the page, which is super fun. I'm really glad I have these Heidi Swapp color shines. I think I have done well using the Dilution inks to splatter on several of the layouts, but the Heidi Swapp shimmers are more subtle and I think go better with Felicity Jane, so I've been using those a lot. But here are the close-ups. Here you can see the hearts in a couple spots, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.